Hello there guys, welcome to the channel where today we talk about the tragedy of Commander Vil, the clone that was tasked with doing the dirty work after Order 66, and boy did he ever. Not only was Vader on him all the time, but once Palpatine got involved, Vil was now in charge of something much more than just rebellion. Something that sadly the Empire approved of, and that was slavery. You see, a month after Emperor Palpatine abolished the Galactic Republic in order to create his new Galactic Empire, Vil was one of millions of clone troopers who continued his service, but now as a stormtrooper. By this time, he was a regiment commander of the elite 501st Legion, and thus he answered directly to the Emperor's second-in-command, which was Darth Vader. Around the same time, though, the Imperial subjugation of New Plimto proceeded at a slow pace with great difficulty. The native Nasorians, who were former separatists, created their own resistance cell after the Clone Wars was concluded. Ironically, they found a new ally in a former enemy. They were led by General Das Genir, a Jedi survivor of Order 66. As a result of this rebellion by the Nasorians, Emperor Palpatine dispatched a stormtrooper regiment of the 501st Legion under the leadership of Commander Vil. Sidious sent Vil to New Plimto with orders to bring the planet under Imperial control by any means necessary, and even if that meant annihilating the entire planet. After their arrival, Vil and his soldiers steadily pushed the Nasorians back until the rebels were forced to make a final stand at Half-Axe Pass. The Battle of Half-Axe's Pass was a complete massacre in which the Nasorian army was almost utterly destroyed, guys. Those who surrendered after the battle were immediately executed by the 501st Legion. But here's the most horrifying part. The families of those who were executed were now captured, and by the order of Emperor Palpatine himself, Commander Vil had them all processed into the slave market on Orvax 4. Yep, you heard that right. Commander Vil, under the leadership of Palpatine himself, sold these families as slaves. Disgusting. But you can imagine that afterward, the clone commander had to report these details to none other than Darth Vader, who, as you can imagine, went mad upon hearing this. He was sensitive when it came to the topic of slavery. He was a slave himself back when he was a child. He grew up as a slave. Before he left Tatooine, his aspirations was to come and free all the slaves. Now that notion was completely destroyed. No longer will he try to free the slaves. Now he, de facto, was the slaver himself. That's how he saw it, since he worked for a government that sold slaves and enslaved people like the Nasorians. After Vil told Vader this, he begrudgingly confronted his master Darth Sidious, who quickly brushed Vader off. Get this is so funny. He told Vader that what the Empire is doing is different. The Nasorians were the enemy of the Empire, and what's more is that if they didn't sell them, the alternative for those families would be something necessary, which means death. Of course. Whether this was just some baloney or real, it didn't matter really. All that mattered, in my opinion, is that Vader went along with this. He didn't protest after that and just continued his servitude to the Emperor. What is really crazy is that this is only a month after Order 66, so he is still not completely engulfed by the dark side. The wound is still fresh, however, he still went along. But hey, Legends was always kind of crazy, right? Back then, these comics did their own thing, regardless of how Anakin/Vader actually felt. In any case, Palpatine did what he set out to do, and it was with the help of none other than Commander Vil. What do you guys think? Should Vader have stopped this before it was too late? Should Vader have interfered more after he learned what really happened? How should he really have reacted when he confronted his master about slavery? Leave all of your thoughts down below. Let's talk about it. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a thumbs up and hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is up, guys. Have an awesome day, my friends, and may the Force be with you always.